the transaction will be completed. We've been negotiating in good faith with Lakewood Church. It's a good deal for us. It's a good deal for them. And it removes something from our books that's really not contributing value today to the city's bottom line. So I'm not concerned that it's not going to go forward. We have a week to present to council and get it back onto the agenda.
Mayor, there has been, I guess, some rumblings among city employees who say you have made a strong effort to save jobs at NASA. What are you doing to save jobs here in the city of Houston? Have furloughs and layoffs been taken off the table?
We have to make sure that we have two separate discussions. One is we are in the middle of a fiscal year. I assumed office in the middle of a fiscal year that had certain assumptions built into it by the previous administration, and I am managing to those assumptions and trying to keep this budget balanced with the fact that some of our revenue has tailed off since the budget was passed. At the same time, I am putting together my first budget, which will begin on July 1st. I have been very clear and consistent that in order to balance the current budget, we are not going to have to take drastic measures such as furloughs or layoffs. And I believe that layoffs in this economy are a last resort, unless in putting together the budget for next year, we decide as a body that there are some services that the city no longer needs to perform, or that the financial situation, the economy deteriorates to such an extent that we have to cease to provide a service that may be important but that we just cannot afford any longer. We're not there yet. We're considering all options, but we need to have two separate discussions: current fiscal year and minor shortfalls that we are managing to, and then the really big budget issue, which is approximately $100 million gap proposed for next year, caused by contractual increases in pay to employees, contractual increases or the contractual effect of our payments on pensions, and a significant hike in our health insurance benefits at the same time that our proposed or projected revenue is falling. So the two trend lines are not going in the right direction, and that's where the harder discussion is going to take place. But I'm not ready to bring that to council yet. We're still at the departmental level, asking them for cuts. And you drew the distinction between what's happening at NASA and what might be happening in the city of Houston. They are directly related. The loss of 3,000, 7,000 direct jobs at NASA, the loss of thousands of indirect jobs that would fall if that many jobs were lost at NASA would go right to the city's bottom line. And that would be absolutely painful, not just for the city, but for the merchants out there, for the ability for people to remarket their homes in the Clear Lake area. It has a devastating effect on our entire economy. So it's not playing either or, it's doing whatever we can to protect the investment that the American public has made at NASA. At the same time, we are working through our own budget issues here.
You also mentioned, though, this is some of the stuff you're getting from the previous administration, but you're not totally broadsided, though, right? Because you were city controller. And
but for example, the Lakewood Church sale